Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet, and welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters, the fourth one I've cast today. And yeah, after my full Season 3 map pool thingy-bob. So I'm still going. The last 3 days, the Daily Masters you've seen have all been cast on the same day. I'm absolutely going nuts. But this is it. After I cast this game, I'm going to go have lunch and I'm going to relax for the rest of the day because, yeah, it's a lot of casting. So, anyway, let's introduce the players. Up the top right side of the map is Mr. HuK. He is 25 years of age, from Canada and the United States. He has dual citizenship, I believe. And he plays for Evil Geniuses. And his opponent up the top left side of the map, it is going to be Mr. Neeb. N-E-E-B. So he is from the USA and plays for Team Fnatic. And yes, it doesn't have his date of birth down there, but I assume, yeah, I don't know exactly how he is. It says he's a 16-year-old player in his biography on Wikipedia, but I don't know when that was updated, so he could be older than that by now. Who knows? Yeah, Wikipedia's got a little... Under their picture has actually got a date of birth thing, and then it automatically works out what their age is for most players, but it doesn't have this guy's date of birth, so it just says in the biography he's 16 years of age, so I have no idea how out of date that is, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. So he is a Terran player, and I thought I'd better do a Terran game, because I've been doing so many Protoss and Zerg players recently playing games, so what the hell? Just putting a pile in there. He's trying to block the reactor or something like that. It's going to take like an extra 5 seconds, actually longer than 5 seconds to move over, get another one, but he's probably going to cancel it at the very last second, is he? No, not going to cancel it. Just going to leave it there. That's an interesting play, because it's not really going to block too much there. He's not building a reactor anyway. I think if he was going to, he would have just jumped this up, moved to somewhere else. So it'll slow down the reactor a little bit. I'll give it that. It'll slow down the reactor a little bit, but not too much. And I don't think it was worth 100 minerals just to slow it down for however much he wanted to do it. Although what he really did get out of it, what I think the main thing he got out of it, was the vision on the buildings that were being built. So he saw that a starport was coming down. He doesn't know whether it's going to be Banshee play or straight up medevac play, but he does know what buildings were being built while that pylon was up. So he knows the starport was up there, and Neeb chose to build the starport before waiting for the pylon to be destroyed. So he wasn't trying to hide anything, and that tells me and tells HuK that he's probably just building medevac. So HuK probably, because of that pylon, does have a fairly good idea of what the play is going to be. It's going to be medevacs, and it's going to be other stuff. So whether or not he's preparing for a drop to come in right now, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. He definitely should be prepared for a drop, but oh man, here we go, starting to yawn. There's only been 4 games, so it's yeah, it's pretty insane. But here we go. Medevac coming on in. Going to be dropping off. Oh, the Widowmine burrows straight away. Oh, that stalking did not last very long. So I'm still on follow mode, so it's still not allowing me to go over here. But here we go, lifting up the top side. He's actually holding the top ground of HuK's own base against him, which is very interesting. Oh, look at the range. Did you see that Nexus? My God. Is that hit a Widowmine all the way over? That's an incredible range. Absolutely incredible. The Widowmine is almost up. Almost got some thingy-bobs on it again. HuK obviously does realize there is something over there. Is he going to... Oh, he's testing it out. Is he testing it out? Yeah. No, he's actually on a thingy-bob. I don't know what the hell he's doing over there. Oh, he's just dropping over the top left side again. Very, very, very nice. And this thing is still... It's still got the shooty thing on it, so he's got to wait for that to finish off. But waiting for an observer to come out. Meanwhile, the main force is going to come over here. There we go. It's out of shooty things, so he's going to come in. Going to be roasting some stuff. And yes, the Widowmine did get taken out. Did it get taken out? How did the Widowmine die? Must have died. I don't know how that died. He doesn't have any detection. cannon was too far away to see it. I don't know how he... Oh, yeah. Alright, so I got to go back and look at this. I just got to go back and see how that Widow Mine was destroyed. I apologize. I did this last game as well, where I just moved back into the game and then saw it. It was already gone. It's already gone. I missed it. I missed it. Alright, we're going to go back again. I think he picked it up and tried to get it in the medevac and it got shot. That's the only way it could have been destroyed. So yeah. I would have thought he just left it there for ages, but no, he must have tried to move it. He must have. So let's see, let's see, let's see. So the drop is just about to happen. Let's speed it up a little bit. Nah. Oh, the observer came out and then it got destroyed straight away. So that happened very, very, very fast. Oh, there we go. Oh man, I'm starving. It's like 12 noon. I've been casting for like 2.5 hours straight with all my different stuff. So I need to eat. I need to eat soon. As soon as this game's finished, I'm gonna eat so much lunch. It's not even funny. It's just gonna be a huge amount of lunch. Leaving the Hellion back for a fast bit of scouting. Sees the robotics facility. Sees the forge. Sees the Twilight Council. So he's seen the Twilight Council. That's gonna be some interesting scouting. And yeah, for the price of one Hellion, I say why not? It's definitely cheaper than a scan, because scan costs the same as a mule. Mule gets way more than 100 minerals, I would think. So here we go, thinking about moving out. We got a pylon coming in there. We've got a probe over there. We got another observer over there. 2 observers actually. The double observer scout, a very, very awesome tactic right there. And Mr. Neeb is now moving out, and Mr. HuK, does he have enough to deal with it? Yes, I think HuK has enough to deal with it. Depends, if there's a central Widow Mine hit, it destroys like a whole bunch of sentries or something like that, then Mr. HuK may be screwed, but who knows? He's going to lose a lot of stuff here. He really, really is going to lose. Beautiful force field. And look at that, Neeb just got out of there ASAP, very, very fast. So HuK doing a great job. He knows where to defend, and he knows how to defend. He's pulling back though, Neeb moving in, and now we're back up to the next gap. Here he goes. Oh, he was thinking about leading him into the Widow Mine, but chose to just pull the Widow Mine out of there. Worried about observers in the main army. And yeah, so he's going to be running for it right now. The observer did just run over his entire army, so he knows exactly where he is. Here he goes, move it out actually. HuK wants to destroy this, coming in from all angles. Look at this beautiful play right here from Mr. HuK. And not really getting a full surround, but getting a decent surround. And now he's just going to be chasing him away, and Neeb has to run for it right here. Not going to be able to contend with all of these forces, especially not with an Immortal in there. He just doesn't have the DPS. He's going to try and build as much as he can. He's on the high ground right now, and now he's going to be able to hold. He's got a lot more medevacs. He's got not that many Widow Mines, but he's got a lot more medevacs. And the workers, for some reason, are in that force. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't know, man. You can't argue with some players. There we go. There, the medevacs finally getting out of there. Got replaced by actual fighting units. And HuK is still looking good. He's still looking happy. He may be thinking about just putting out a third base and then just sort of making sure that Neeb can't get his own third. Something like that. He's in a great position to do some pressure. Moving up the ramp might be a little bit dodgy though, but he does have a fair amount of units. There we go. There's the blink. There's the high ground. And he's really, really starting to put the pressure on now. So HuK doing a great job. He does have level 1 weapon. About to get level 1 armor. The work is coming out. And Neeb looks like he's going to be able to hold this off. But a very, very decent amount of losses. So thank God he's got his macro up, because otherwise he would have been completely screwed there. And the medevac's going around the side. Going to be shooting into the main base over here. This base relatively open. Does HuK know it's going? Does HuK know it's coming? Sorry. The answer is no. But can Neeb hold off without those forces? The answer is yeah, I think he can. Just against those stalkers, I think he should be fine. Oh, there we go. It's taken out that guy. The drop's coming in. Not dropping in a very nice location. They're kind of trapped behind some buildings, but HuK does manage to take him out ASAP. Not a lot of trouble. Oh, trying trying to take out those medevacs. Not quite happening, but yeah. Whatever. Here we go. Neeb moving out again. He's got a ton of medevacs. Not that many ground units, but his macro is starting to get into a good situation. HuK, of course, in a fairly good situation as well. Worker-wise, HuK is a little bit ahead. Army-wise, not that far ahead, actually. And look at this great pickup right here from Mr. Neeb. Just absolutely owning these guys. They knew where they were coming because his medevac saw them and just completely owned them. And if he finds out about the third base, he knows about the third base, he can go in and he can snipe it. HuK sees it and does move out to defend it. So Neeb, he's going to try and do it. He did sort of fortify around the watchtower, but this thing got cancelled anyway. HuK just like, you know what, I can't hold this. I'm not even going to try, I'm just going to cancel it. And that is going to be interesting. Because now, oh, major engagement over here. Neeb pushing his luck a bit, I think. I mean, he got the third base cancelled, but I don't think he's going to be able to push up this ramp and actually make anything happen. I think he's getting a little bit ahead of himself here. I think he is going to get quite badly owned by HuK if he continues on this path. Needs to fall back. Needs to, I don't know, get some more... He must know there's Colossus out there. Time warp bubble... Oh, HuK was just waiting for him to make that move, and when Neeb made it, he just started getting owned. And now Neeb losing quite a fair amount of units. HuK's still not out of the woods though. HuK doesn't have a ton of units, but I think he should be able to hold here. I think he should be able to hold here. That Colossus is just so powerful, and with no Viking support for Neeb, it's just not going to be good at all. He really needs to get those Vikings out, getting another starport, so doing all the right things he needs to do. And he's getting a third base as well. We've got the third base being set up over here. So Neeb, while he's not doing too good over here, he is doing fairly good in the macro department. Really getting chased around here. Now he needs to run away, and now HuK needs to get a third base. Desperately needs to get a third base. And here he goes, building it already and continuing to chase these guys away. We will see. 4 Vikings being produced at once, so Neeb knows what it takes to destroy the Colossus. He's going to build a ton of them. He's got a ton of his forces regrouping over here. Once he gets another wave or 2 of Vikings, he should be in an extremely capable position. But yeah, it's going to see. He's got how many Vikings? 5? With 4 more on the way. That should be enough. And he's moving in once again. This base is going to get cancelled once again. So Neeb constantly on the attack and just doing a great job here. Meanwhile, we do have Zealots coming in. Zealot speed not up yet, but they still be able to do a fair amount of damage with his main army all the way over here. Widow Mines out the front, choosing to move them away. I would have just left them there. They're in such a good position. But he's trying to move in, and it's a little bit hard to attack. You kind of need a flanking position with the Vikings. Oh, Zealots coming in from the other side, going nuts on the way, because I think these are the same Zealots that were over here, but we'll see. Oh, landing the Vikings to hit the Zealots. That is not the best decision you have ever made, but he's only lands them when he thinks he's got overwhelming amounts, but he lifts them straight back up again. Keep him in the air, man. You've got enough ground units without having to land the Vikings, but I suppose it does scare them a little bit. Here we go, HuK moving out, and I don't know if HuK has the good army. I think he needs to fall back here. I don't think he's going to be able to do this. He is leaving his Stalkers a little bit out. Does get 1 or 2 Vikings, which is good, but Neeb does have to be a little bit careful with his Vikings. If HuK can do it, look at he's leaving out the Stalkers again to hit the Vikings. So he knows those Vikings are going to be the end of him if he can't take them out. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. He's not holding this third base very well, but he's taken quite a bit of damage from the workers. There he goes, the Vikings coming in, and he's forced to fall back, but the Vikings not falling back. The Vikings taking out all the Colossus, but the ground units, the Zealots doing a great job. The Vikings landing, and it looks like Neeb is pushing here, but the Zealots are just doing so much damage here. 2 weapons and 2 armor, they're so hard to kill. Finally pushes through them. The Archon does go down. Now it's just Stalkers. He should be able to mop these Stalkers up fairly nicely, but Zealot reinforcements continuing to run in. And finally, Neeb just pushes through. He's just got enough Marine Marauder to make it happen. He's just finished 2-2 at that point. He only had 1-2 before that, or 2-1, whichever, but does manage to get it. And just did a great job with continuing to get his Triple M out there and with the Viking numbers. So a very, very standard victory, but a very nice victory nonetheless. And that early third base, I really think helped him out with the macro. So great job there to Mr. Neeb taking out HuK. And yeah, fantastic game for both of those players. So I got to go eat now because I'm absolutely starving. But nice that I can still get this many games done in a day. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for another Daily Masters. So stay tuned for that.